What's up everybody, Matt Nuzzo, we're here at Reel, and we want to give you some tech tips for beginners riding the wing surfing. Wing foiling, wingy thingy, wing ding, lots of names for this thing out there. So I've been teaching people how to do this, a lot of our crew's starting to do this, and a lot of the beginner mistakes that we made, we want to make it a little easier for you, so we're going to give you a couple really simple tech tips to remember how to set your gear up right and how to use the wing properly, so your learning curve can be faster than ours. So first and foremost is mast position. Almost every board I've used, and this is a sup foil board, sup wing, designed for winging and sup foiling. Almost all these boards, when I'm using the wing, I've had to use the mast track almost all the way forward. So this one is about a centimeter off of all the way forward position, but it's really a lot farther forward than I expected. So surf foiling, I'm kind of riding, like two-thirds of the way to the front. Kite foiling, I'm riding kind of a lot of times in the middle to just forward of the middle. But wing foiling, I found that actually helps to keep that mast all the way forward. It just helps you get on foil. When I've had it in the middle or a little farther back, it was just super hard to get on foil. So for your rig, start with it. You don't have to go all the way forward to the tracks, maybe a centimeter to two back, but you want to kind of be up, towards the front of the boxes. You'll find that sweet spot for the board. You'll find out where the balance point is and what's going to work for your weight, your body positioning, and where your foot straps are. The second thing is the size of the front wing, okay? So you can see here, this is a giant front wing. So this is an Armstrong 2400. A lot of companies are making XL and double XL wings so you can have really low speed, high lift, okay? So this is going to allow you to get up on foil with a very slow forward speed. When you're learning to generate power by the hand wing, it takes a lot of effort and you're not very efficient, so you want to be able to get up on foil with a low forward speed, but also stay on foil. Once you're on foil, you're kind of messing around, not getting that consistent power. So that larger wing is going to allow you to stay on foil. Once you've progressed and know how to pump the wing properly, pump the board properly, you'll be able to stay up on foil a lot easier, so you can drop that wing size down. And by dropping the wing size down, you're going to increase your speed, decrease the weight, and it's going to be better for jumping, turning, and all those type of things. So a lot of times I'm riding the 1200. If I'm powered up, I'm going to be riding the 1200 wing, which again, this is 2400. It's a little baby here, a little baby. So the 1200 and the 1550 and the Armstrong setup, those are my two kind of go-to wing foiling wings, front foil wings. 2400 I'm using on a lighter day like today, kind of that 5 to 10 miles an hour wind. This thing gets you up on foil and it's crazy to go in super, super light air. But even if you're going in a windier spot, if you're 15, 20, 25 miles an hour wind, this is what I started on because I was so inefficient with the hand wing that allowed me to get up on foil and get going. Okay, next tip is use foot straps, right? Strapless is super cool. It's awesome. You can switch your feet easy. You can move around. I love riding strapless. I do ride strapless a lot, but it's a lot harder to pump the board to get it onto foil. So foot straps, you're going to want to have them, I actually like the more forward position for my foot straps. Again, the foil is a little farther forward, the foot straps are a little farther forward. That's kind of the balance point that I've found that works well on most of the boards I've ridden. The back foot strap you're going to see here is just for is basically right on top of the mast. In this setup, I'll actually probably move this back one touch just to get it actually behind the mast now, so I can turn a little more aggressively. But when you're learning, you kind of want to have your back foot right on top of the mast there, and use both foot straps. In kiteboarding, there's a trend when we're teaching people that we teach just with the front foot strap because you can move your back foot, and it really helps you to be foiling because you can start with your back foot closer to your front, and then you can move it back to turn and get it a little more balanced. With wing foiling, you have to pump that board. So having both your feet locked in allows you to get a lot more lift and get that board up off the water. If I just use one strap, or if I'm strapless, a lot of times when I'm pumping, I find my back foot is actually coming off the board, right? So if it's connected by a foot strap, it's going to help drive that board up into the air. So foot straps are definitely going to make it a lot easier for learning to wing. I set these up on center line. So I can ride switch and do that easily. If you're gonna ride heel side, toe side, and don't wanna ride switch, then you can set that front foot offset stance. That offset stance is gonna just be a little more comfortable for your front foot if you are riding just heel side, toe side. The final thing is how to properly pump the wingy thingy, right? So I see people go out there and just like pumping like mad, and they're doing the hula, and they're trying to stay on the board and going freaking nuts, right? And they just totally gas themselves, right? So the first thing you need to do is wait for the gust, right? Read the wind, right? Look for that gust coming to you. Once that gust is coming to you, you start pumping slowly. Nice little slow, subtle pumps. That's gonna generate your forward momentum. It's gonna generate some speed. As you're generating that speed, you're generating a little bit of apparent wind on the wing, and you can actually feel it. It feels a lot more powered. Once that thing feels powered, then it's full body pumps with your arms, and then you're pumping the board as well. So ease into the pumping of the wing. You're not going to get up on foil unless you pump the foil. Sorry, unless you pump the hand wing and unless you pump the foil. So wait for that gust. Start slowly to get your speed and build the power on the wing, and then hammer on it. It should only take you a couple pumps to really pop up on foil once you have that power in the from the gust, and once you get that little forward momentum. If you try too hard, you're just going to gas yourself and wear out. And I'm telling you this because I've made all these mistakes and had tons of walk of shames because I didn't set up my gear right, didn't use the right side wing, was trying to go strapless, and was just pumping like a madman to oblivion. So I hope these tips have helped. If you have more questions, you can call us at the shop, 252-987-6000, or you can reach out online at realwatersports.com. You'll see we have a lesson offering right here in Cape Hatteras, and we can come out and teach you how to do this out in the Pamlico Sound, which is nice and shallow and flat and easy to go. It's the right depth. Like I use the 60 or 72 centimeter mast, but having that shallow water allows you to stop, stand up, take a break. Coach is right there within a jet ski, makes it super efficient, easy to learn. More questions, reach out, get in touch. We'll see you guys on the water.